Hello and welcome to another episode of Tours and Tactics. I am NEligahn, and we are looking down there at Faith Leap, a supply camp. But that's not what our focus is going to be on today. Our focus is going to be on that lovely, lovely keep right up there. That is Sunnyhill. As you can tell, it is Sunnyhill, or in the red Borderlands, it is Longview, right there. And in the blue world Borderlands, it is Woodhaven. It is actually a very nice little keep, and this particular episode of Tours and Tactics is going to be a little bit more action-filled than they've been for a while now. Because at the time of filming this, it was kind of a tug-of-war between blue and green in the green world Borderlands. So as you can see, we start with a nice little winding snow path up the mountain, nice and calm. I want you to just keep a little bit of an eye on the mini-map there and watch Faith Leap, because it's about to be a building block for what's going to happen eventually. Look at this little view here. Got a nice little outcropping here. I'm not sure if projectiles from here could reach Faith Leap. That would be interesting if they could. Alternatively, you could put items on that ledge down there. So we've got a non-destructible wall there. A destructible wall there. So as you can see on this mini-map here, there was a bit of a, I don't know if it's a bug, an issue with the map, or intended, but you can see the 3 destructible walls for Sunnyhill. They are clearly indicated. Those would be your 3 main avenues of attack, plus the gate. What we're going to see in a little bit is someone not taking advantage of those, and how it hurts them in the end. So as we round the corner here, going to see the nice little sheltered front gate area with the outcropping that provides a very, very nice defense angle for the defenders. We got the one corner destructible wall here, and we've got the other destructible wall here. And we're coming around full circle to, that is a very nice view. That is a very, very nice view. Blah, I can't say words today. That is the Green World Garrison, which we'll get to soon. That is a very large and complex keep. Got a nice full supply depot, which will come in handy. Now look on the mini-map there. You can see that Faith Leap has been taken over by the Blues, which means we will no longer get supply shipments here, which is why it's very important to make sure your keep supplies are full. And we're going to go over the various upgrades, and we've only got, I'm not sure what that is. What is that? What is that upgrade right there? Ah, pot of oil. We've got a single pot of oil over the gate, which I'll be able to demonstrate. So we look at all the reinforcements. They're the same for all the other towers that we've already went over previously. Look at the nice little supply camp. We're going to head up the ramp here to the Tower Lord, who's pretty much a straight shot from the gate. And she has a very commanding view of the valley below. Again, not sure if projectiles would reach there, but that would be very nice if they did. Now notice I'm the only green in this vicinity. And now, as we turn around, you hear that noise? Yeah! Look at all those blue folk. Yeah, that is a lot of blue folk. And it's just me. So I'm going to be able to demonstrate the pot of boiling oil here as they try to set me on fire. You've got 2 attacks with the pot of boiling oil. You've got a damage and a slow. Now what we are going to demonstrate here is, if you remember the previous episode where it was us outside of the gate, I am going to show that it is a doubly bad move for them. Because, you notice, they're just kind of standing outside, shooting stuff, with very noisy weapons. And they're also setting up a catapult back there. What is the catapult going to do? Well, the catapult's going to fire at the gate. The thought never occurred to them to attack any of the destructible walls, even though there's 3 of them. There are 3 destructible walls on this keep. They have a catapult, and they're taking down the gate. I'm not sure how many people are familiar with Star Trek II, in which the Battle of the Mutara Nebula. Khan continually attacked the Enterprise using purely 2-dimensional thinking. The problem with that was it left them vulnerable to the Enterprise lowering on the Z-axis and coming up behind them to blow them to hell. What we are seeing here on the part of the blue folks is a demonstration of 2-dimensional thinking. They are focused so purely on bringing down that gate that the thought doesn't occur to them to set up a catapult to take down another wall. It's focused on the gate. And yes, this is a beta bug. The pets were coming through the walls. Beta is beta, and they are quickly dispatched by the many guards. And this was another reason why I brought up the suggestion that before you enter World vs. World, you build up your skills with all of your weapons, because as you can see, my lone warrior trying to defend this keep is not doing much with what I think is a short bow and 1 skill on the bar. It fills up a lot faster in PvE, so you're going to at least train your skills and all your weapons before you come into World vs. World. As you can see, there's still a lot of them, and they destroyed the boiling oil. So it is just me with my crappy bow. I love the heroic theme playing, like there's something I can actually do. And this is why, whenever I was bringing up the idea of building defenses, why you want to defend the home front first. You don't want them to be able to pierce this far, and you want to be able to give defenders, especially smaller numbers of defenders, many more options. As you can see down there in the chat, we are about to get some reinforcements, hopefully, as I try to figure out how to work the chat. The chat is very simple. I was overthinking it. I tend to do that sometimes. And of course, polite as ever. Just me. And the gate isn't very far down, so we've still got some time. But you don't want them to pierce this far. You don't want them to have access this far into your territories, especially your homelands. And finally, I'm getting some reinforcements as they're chasing him down. See, that's another issue. If you're going to focus on bringing down the gate like Zerg and Ninnies, focus on bringing down the gate. As I said with Stone Mist, kills don't get you anything extra. And I've got a nice buddy up there firing down on them as they continually try to set me on fire. Finally get in range enough for my short bow to do something. If you're going to focus on defense in World vs. World, I would highly recommend having a good ranged weapon or some capability of firing at range, coupled with a melee weapon so you can defend the Keep Lord. If you're going on the offense, I guess it's your prerogative, but if you're worried about defenders, then I find having a long range and a short range weapon will be the primary setup, unless you're really going full offense. Then you're going to want something that does heavy damage pretty quick. As you can see, there are our loyal guard down there. That's the other reason why you don't focus on the gate. Guards. Guards will come and they will attack you and they will damage you, and damage is bad. And here I have a loyal ranger friend. So reinforcements are finally starting to arrive at Sunnyhill. And as you'll see in a little bit, the gate only about reaches about a third of its full health. Because they're not doing anything to it. They're just beating against the gate. I know. It's beating a dead horse. But if anyone watching can have carry at least some lesson from these videos, it's not doing this. And I especially want it for my team members, because I want us to be able to kick some ass in World vs. World. And you can't do it by having what looks to be 30 or 40 people being against the gate. Spread your stuff out. Attack on 3 different fronts. Attack on 2 different fronts. Attack on 2 different sides. Because if they had been... I never saw any walls get taken down when I was playing the game. But I have a pretty good feeling if they had focused that catapult on one of the side walls, they would already be inside and have the Keep Lord down. It would be a non-issue. But instead, as you can see from the green dots on the minimap, they gave us time to reinforce our position. This is especially important if you're going to be piercing deep inside enemy territory. Don't give them time to respond. And especially don't let the main defense of a single Char warrior with a crappy bow be one of the things that holds you at bay. If you're a massive attacking force like this, do you really want to say, well, we almost had it, but it was a handful of defenders that held us off. It was a last-minute arrival. And the catapult's destroyed, we've got engineers setting people on fire, I'm just firing, watching them scatter all over the place. Absolute, wonderful, wonderful World vs. World chaos. So the other reason why when you're having an attacking force, you're going to want it to be organized. Now, it was kind of glitchy in the beta weekend event, but you're going to want to communicate primarily on team chat. I know it sounds simple, but as you can see in the chat throughout this video, the people attacking us were using general chat. Now, one of the things they were saying during the previous stress tests was that they were going to be getting rid of that general chat was just going to be for local and such conversations. I don't know if they should, but stick to team chat, because then they can't see where you're headed. Notice whenever I put out my call for assistance, it was through team chat. And now you'll see the importance of having full supply. We're now going to create a little bit of a bucket brigade to repair the gate. And it actually picks up a pretty good chunk of the health whenever you repair it. Like I said, if they had focused on the wall, it would be a non-issue. But instead, they decided to beat their heads against the gate. So take this as a lesson. We're going to head back up to the wall. As the rest of our reinforcements start kiting them away. And here we're going to get to a pretty fun event. At least probably one of my favorite things that happened during the beta weekend event. Look where they're all running. Look where they're all running. I don't know what they thought they were doing. I don't know if they thought they were being smart. And this is why you know your defensive angles. Can't see them. Oh no, where'd they go? Where are they? Oh, look. They're hiding under the bridge. In a mass. Hi, AoE. So I don't know what they were thinking, but here's where it'll start to get fun. I guess at some point they decide death is a greater homage than dishonor. But our greenies, our green folks, our green beans, start pushing them back. And I don't know what they hope to accomplish. They should have headed back down to the supply camp and regrouped. But as you can see, they're going to start leaping off the cliff. They're going to have a 300 moment and just start leaping off the cliff. I love it. There's no sense behind it. They just go splat. They go right off the cliff there. And thus, the siege of Sunnyhill is defeated. Mainly because of poor tactical decisions. We don't want poor tactical decisions, we want smart tactical decisions. If someone suggests, let's build something over here to attack the wall, don't say, well, there's already a whole group of us near the gate, so what could possibly, be better than that? Well, number one, they're not shooting at you. If you're back with the trebuchets, and the trebuchets are just shooting at the walls, the enemy's not shooting at you. We don't want the enemy to shoot at us. We want to be at full health and full strength, ready to attack the walls whenever they go down. Be able to eliminate them as fast as possible. So I hope this was a viable example of what not to do in this sort of world versus world scenario. And now we're going to move on to Faith Leap, and then eventually a really fun series of videos for Dreadfall Bay, Dreaming Bay, and Ascension Bay. So as we bring up the map, or not, we would do a little more repairs. I thought we were bringing up the map at this point. Make sure the gate's all primed, because they could circle back around. Because as you notice in the chat, it says they're rezzing. And rewards. Shiny rewards. Everyone likes rewards. Finished up more gate repairs. Because we like gate repairs. Kind of wish you got experience for repairing things. It would give a little bit more incentive for people to stay behind. So as you can see on Sunnyhill, you've got 4 main avenues of attack. You got the 3 destructible walls and the gate. What did we learn is not a prime target of attack? Massing in front of the gate. I'm really hoping that these have at least some sort of reach to where the next beta weekend event comes and we see a variety of attacks. We see keeps staying up because of defenders, because of fully upgraded cannons. We see concentrated forces besieging the large walls and bringing down massive keeps. I want a variety of stuff. I want to be entertained by world versus world. I don't want it to become Alterac Valley. Alright, my friends? So you get your 3 avenues of attack here. You got a wide open plain on the northern area that you can just set up all manner of projectile weapons there. On the southern one, you got an even larger plain. You can attack more and attack 2 walls at the same time. Heck, if you notice the gate there, even if they had set up the catapults on that multi-tiered plateau right there, it would have fared better. But they didn't. They set up a catapult outside the gate and massed in front of it. And as you can see, everyone's moving to Faith Leap, which means they're going to lose their foothold. Always try to think one step ahead. Focus on the strategy portion, taking locations and holding them. That's important. You can take them all you want. It don't mean jack if you can't hold them. So as we finish out this video, we will prepare to hit the locations I mentioned before and have more fun exploration adventures. So until then, game on and take care.